I am beyond irritated that I am filming this video. I was so excited about these shoes and I'm so ticked off at how they've turned out. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, fab to have you here. Those of you who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. Hope you enjoy my videos. I put out videos roughly 2 to 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion, slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please do head down, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself, and of course, celebrating others. So, like I said, very irritated that I have to film this because I was so excited about these, and yeah, literally it was only, 10 days ago or so that I shared I've completed my 2025 wish list. Look at these, I love them, I can't wait to wear them more. Well, I tried and it backfired. So, basically, let's get into it. My white Louboutins are ruined. They're ruined. There's nothing, well, I'm hoping there's something I can do, but at the moment, I just feel very, very frustrated. I was going to an event on Thursday night. It was a Longchamp event, and I thought, hey, I'm gonna wear the Louboutins. Why not? I tend to take a spare pair of shoes with me because particularly when I'm getting the tube, etc., I don't like to wear heels on escalators. I've had an incident where I've had my heel caught before, so I don't want to get in that situation. So I tend to wear a spare pair of shoes, do the tube, swap into them, and then off I go. And also it saves your feet. So I would recommend anybody do that. I think there's no shame in it. But I got off the tube. I had put them on just as I was getting on the tube because I knew that the station that I was going to didn't have an escalator, I want to say, or it's easier to do heels going up an escalator. You can balance yourself differently. But anyway, I put them on the tube, no issue, got off the tube, took about 8 steps and felt the heel go. Luckily, I didn't trip. Luckily, I didn't fall. I just felt them go, stopped, looked, took them off, and yeah, this was what I was greeted with. So flipping frustrating. Especially given the fact that the spare pair of shoes I brought were flip-flops. Sometimes I'll take backless loafers with me just because they technically, if I'm going to be out for a long, long time and my feet really start to hurt, at least they're flats that look like they're part of the outfit. This time I thought I'm not going to be out that long, like flip-flops are easy, it's warm, like that's what's easy. That's what I had to wear because of this effing shoe. So unacceptable. I'm so frustrated. These are expensive, iconic, apparently high quality shoes. And I did the unboxing on here. You could see I bought them from Luxe Collective, so I did buy them secondhand, but you can see the quality or the condition of them when I bought them. They barely even had a mark on them. You can see from the soles how I've not really worn them all that much myself because everyone knows that when you wear Louboutins, these things get scratched to the high heavens. So, because these aren't everlasting soles, I'm so ticked off because I'm now thinking, what am I going to do with that? I emailed Louboutin, not saying that they owed me anything because I didn't buy them from them. The person I bought, well, whoever sold these to Luxe Collective bought them from Louboutin. But I was asking for some insight onto where I could go to get them fixed, like who do they recommend? And of course they sent back this generic email that they want your name, address, invoice details. I'm thinking, I don't have those, but I'm asking as the manufacturer of these shoes, where can I get them fixed? So I am going to go back and give as much info as I can, but cop to the fact I don't have the invoice. I did look in the box to see if maybe they had given me the invoice with them, and they hadn't. They'd just given me the... Yeah, very annoying. I also can't go back to Luxe Collective because the week after these arrived, Luxe Collective closed. So these potentially could be a fairly expensive mistake from my side. Not because the shoe, I don't like the shoe, not because the shoe was uncomfortable, not because the shoe was unwearable, because of a quality issue. Yeah, so I've emailed Handbag Clinic to see if they can fix them for me and give me a quote for them, but I'm going to end up spending. This has really altered my thinking now, particularly when it comes to shoes, because I love Pre-Loved, but if it's going to prevent me being able to manage issues going forward, I'm definitely not buying shoes Pre-Loved again, because I will probably end up spending not that shy of the price of if I just bought them from Louboutin directly, getting them, buying them, and getting them fixed. I paid like what, 300 and, was it 350 or something like that? I think I paid for these. They will, I can imagine, won't be any less than £100 to fix. So I'm going to have spent £450. Yes, I will still be, you know, a couple of £100 better off. However, I didn't get the fancy experience. I didn't get to go in store. Like, so the money then suddenly, like the savings starts to not become worth it when you start totting it all up. But look, let's see what comes. But I'm so wound up because I love these shoes and I think they're beautiful and I was so excited to wear them. And by the way, my outfit looked really good. My outfit looked really good. It was simple, but these shoes worked so well. Like, and I'm the first to say, like, I don't care if a shoe gets a little bit scuffed. They live on the ground, that's what I always say. So if they had got marked, I wouldn't have minded. If the red sole was really scratched, I wouldn't have minded. If there was a bit of discoloration, again, I wouldn't have cared. That stuff does not bother me, but I do not expect to be walking and have that happen. Thank goodness they were low enough that I didn't fall. If I had been wearing my So Kates and that happened, I probably would have fallen. So thank goodness that didn't happen. But I'm just so wound up and I don't know how they're going to fix them. I have no clue. I have no clue what went wrong. That's the issue. I have no clue what went wrong. It looks like there are like claws almost that hold this in place, but I have no clue. And because of the red sole, it limits where you can go to get them fixed. I did quickly stop by a sort of big chain cobbler yesterday and asked them, and they said, oh, we don't really do those. So he gave me a recommendation. I've emailed Handbag Clinic, like, let's see where we go, but they're trashed. And I've barely even been able to wear them. That's like 3 wears, if that. So irritating. You know, I've got ASOS shoes that I wear all the dang time. And I've never, ever worried about that. I've never had to worry about that. And so embarrassing to have to go to an event and wear flip-flops. Like a fashion event. Like, all I would say is thank goodness they know me. The flip-flops were also really fun and really cute. But I could see in the store people were looking, because I think people were thinking, what's going on here? Like, I had quite a pulled together outfit and then these bright flip-flops on. Like, you could see people looking like it. And for me, I put so much thought into how I present myself that I felt uncomfortable in myself. So yeah, I'm ticked off. I am really ticked off. And it's just a bad set of circumstances with the fact that I would have gone back to Luxe Collective. But like I said, they closed pretty much like the week after I bought these. So I don't have any sort of recourse there to go back to them. The pre-loved market is sometimes, I think, a little bit of a challenge where it is a bit sort of sold as seen, and you take that risk. And look, this might have just been a risk that didn't pay off. And if it comes back and, you know, let's say Handbag Clinic say it's going to cost you £300 to get them repaired, I don't think I'm going to go there. I don't think I'm going to go there. I would rather buy a new pair of shoes from a store. I did run into Kurt Geiger to see if they could sell me a pair of shoes. I sort of went in and said, have you got anything on sale? I just need like a simple shoe. You know, really, I'm not that worried about the color. Like, I will take anything at this point. I will take any heel at this point, just to try and save face, to be honest. They had a couple, but a couple didn't fit. Then the ones that did, they were nice, but they were £189, and I wouldn't really have worn them outside of, and they didn't really look that great with the outfit. So I thought, I'm not spending that money just to save a little bit of face here. Let's just go with it and hope for the best. But yeah, those did not work out. And the ones to not work out, why these ones? Like, these were the ones that were actually going to be wearable. My So Kates, I barely wear. Those would have been the ones that, if they were going to go a little bit sideways, those would have been the ones I'd have preferred. Why the ones that actually I really wanted to wear? Also, I wanted to take these with me to Paris when I go in a few months' time. Let's see if I can. Thank goodness I didn't take them to Paris. These I was debating taking over my Sophia Webster's. Thank goodness I took the Sophia Webster's, because if that had happened when I was out shopping or something, I don't know what I'd have done. I don't know what I'd have done. I'd have been so embarrassed, and I didn't take a spare pair of shoes with me because I thought we're being dropped off in the car, we're being picked up by a car. So I didn't. I'd have had to have walked around with a broken heel. And also, because they're Louboutin, people notice. So it's almost draws more attention to it, the fact that they have that red sole, and then they're broken. Anyway, if anyone's wondering what to avoid, these are the Ariza 85 in Napa in the colour Bianco. Such a shame. Anyway, I'll keep you posted. I will share the details of that Longchamp event. I actually bought something, so I will share that with you. I wanted to just get this out of the way and then move on to brighter and breezier topics. But like I said, these, I'm hoping I can get them fixed. I'm hoping I can get them fixed in a timely and cost-effective manner. And if I can't, I put it down to experience, and I will never be buying shoes pre-loved again, I don't think. Unless they're an absolute, like, killer price. If they're like, if it was Louboutins for £100, then maybe. But I'm certainly not spending multiple hundreds with this risk. So there's that. But anyway, let me know what you think. Has anything similar ever happened to you? If anyone has any recommendations of what I can do, please do let me know. I am all ears. And yeah, hopefully I don't have to address a topic like this again. But Louboutin, quality of your products, do better. Thank you so much as always for watching. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now. Mwah.